Why would you want to provoke the Lord to anger? What's wrong with
We
the people?
stiff-necked, hard, stupid, ignorant people. Go to verse 18.
Verse 18, therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only.
Judah only. So we're going to leave it right there about this brief history. This is the beginning of Israel being separated, removed from the Lord's sight, and led in captivity in 721 BC. This is up under the Assyrian king. What's his name? What's his name in the Apocrypha?
The Assyrian king? Shalmaneser.
Shalmaneser. And his name is...
Now, I want you to know, I see, for those of you who maybe, who are following along, when you look in the King James Version from where we read King James, you see SH. I need you to understand, for the Hebrew language, the S, even though it's an S, the S sound is a SH sound. So when you look in the Apocrypha, you will see just the S, because they expect individuals to know that Hebrew sound is SH. Right. So it's not, they had issues with H, because even with, when you read in the Apocrypha, Hosea, they have Hosea, but when you read it in the Apocrypha, it's just O, because it's silent. So, I just want you to know they are still the same individuals.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Prophets, for bringing that out. Brothers and sisters, edification to the body in this day and time is all that it's all about right now, because we've been lied to, we've been misled for centuries. The prophets opened up this teaching today, this celebration today, with music played from the movie 300. Did you all know that the Spartans, the people that the Persians fought, were originally from the tribe of Dan, one of the 12 brothers of Jacob?
The original.
The original?
Yeah. They're not, they're in the, in Genesis 49, but you will not find them in Revelation listed, because they had an issue.
They had an issue. Okay. This is more history that our people don't know about and need to be talked about. The original creator of the movie Spartan 300, he originally drew those people as black people, which they really are. They were black people. People of color. Okay. Let's go into the salvation of our people in Persia. This is when Esther comes to queenship in the land of Persia. Persia conquered Babylon. Israel went over there in 721 BC.
In captivity.
So
we're setting the stage. So, Elder, you're setting the stage, telling us that when we're talking about Esther, she's in a time in the age where, as an Israelite, she's in captivity right now.
Right, they grew up in captivity.
They're in captivity. Right. So these key players and knowing where you are, it's always good to know your stature and understand that these curses are real. They had just stepped into the process of rendering and understanding what those curses were.
Exactly.
All right, where are we going now?
Let's go into the book of Esther. Okay. And for the brothers and sisters that do not have the Apocrypha and you can't look in there, let's go into the Bible book of Esther, okay, in the King James Version Bible.
All right.
Let's go to chapter 1 here. We're going to jump in that, but we're going to go into the Apocrypha as well. We're going to pick it up. Brothers and sisters, they left out some very important chapters in the book of Esther, The rest of it is in the Apocrypha.
So while you may see some online that say additions, that's another way to use words to impute doubt into our brothers and sisters. Nothing's been added. Okay.
Now, this name for this king here is his name in Medo-Persia. This is his name. Xerxes. But his name is Xerxes. He is the same king that played the role as the God King in the movie 300. This is who Queen Esther married. All right, by the wishes of her uncle Mordecai.
Right.
Let's read the book of Esther's prophets, chapter 1.
All right. Now it came to pass in the days of Xerxes. This is Xerxes, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over 127 provinces. That in those days, when the king Xerxes sat on the throne of the kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace, In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces, being before him, when he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days. That's a long time to have a party.
That's a long time. Now, prophets, can you bring up some information on Xerxes? He is the son, brothers. He is the son of King Darius of Persia. King Darius was really the first person to institutionalize freedom of religion. There was freedom of religion in Persia. Other wicked kings called us to worship their gods, right? But this King Darius, he did institute freedom of religion. What does that sound like to you today?
All right. Xerxes reigned from 486 to 465 BC. He was a Persian king, the son and successor of Darius the First.
Darius the First. Go ahead.
He is best known for his massive invasion of Greece from across the Hellespont.
This king is what?
He is best known for his massive invasion of Greece from across the Hellespont.
That's where the movie 300 comes in, brothers and sisters. Greece refused to bow down to Persia. Persia is ruling from Ethiopia to what? He had a kingdom of 100. How many provinces?
127.
127 provinces. From Ethiopia to where? To India?
Over 107.
From India to Ethiopia.
So 27. Yeah, from India to Ethiopia.
He ruled a vast region. He was a powerful king.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So that's why they say for his massive invasion of Greece.
But here's the thing. This is at the end now. This is after Esther. Greece had allies. They had Sparta. They had Lacedonia. They stood up and fought against this king. But that's later on down the road. This is how we're showing you how history ties into place, brothers and sisters. But go ahead, prophets. Keep reading.
Where am I reading from?
You're in the book of Esther.
All right.
Where was you at?
Well, I know where I am. I just want to know what you want me to read.
Okay. We're going to bring out how Esther comes to play, how the Most High used his people for his purpose, okay?
So we were talking about how he in verse 4, when he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days.
Many days.
And the many days was 180 days.
Which is technically 80 days. 80 days he's showing off.
180.
80 days.
104.
Okay, 100.
So it's 180
days.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's almost 6 months. That's basically 6 months.
It was that big he had to show it off?
I guess so.
Okay.
127.
Okay.
Verse 5. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that... So after all it was done.
Right. Probably. I would think you're hungry by then.
I'm sure they was eating bacon.
Okay. After all that's showing off,
right.
Go ahead.
And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan, the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace. Where were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black marble.
Anybody who does the research on the Persian history, you know that's beautiful. Beautiful colors, beautiful textures. We know that.
Very ornate.
Look at the history of that.
Ornate.
Very ordinate. Okay? Beautiful. Go ahead, Papa.
Verse 7, and they gave them drink in vessels of gold, the vessels being diverse one from another, so none were alike, and royal wine in abundance, according to the state of the king. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel, for so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house. that they should do according to every man's pleasure.
Okay, so the king decreed it. Come on out, have a good time, get drunk. Technically, that's what he was saying. Okay, this is the king's feast. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 9. Also, Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Xerxes.
Okay.
On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, and Abitha, Zethar, and Carcas, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Xerxes the king, to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look on. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment. And the next unto him was Karshina, Shethar, Admatha, Tarshish, Merez, and Mersina, and Memucan, the 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom.
There was royalty in Persia, in the Medes. The Medes is Persian.
This was a big event.
This is huge. Brothers and sisters, Persia, Media is modern day Iran. Those are the Medes. Okay. This is your history, brothers and sisters. Check this out. Those are the Medes. Modern day Iran is the capital. Okay? All right?
Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law? Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Xerxes by the chamberlains.
The chamberlains were people that were responsible to handpick women or to tend the women of the king, right? They were mostly people that were responsible for not having any kind of relations with the women. All right.
So most of them were eunuchs.
People that couldn't reproduce, people that couldn't have.
They had their extremities removed.
Okay.
Put it on nothing. Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princess, Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only.
Not to the king only.
But also to all the princes and to all the people that are in all the provinces of the kings of Xerxes.
You know how that is. Modern day. You the leader of a crew.
Right.
This is your girl. She come up and disrespect you. The guys is up under you. They got girls. You know what the girls go do too? They go disrespect them too. We couldn't have that, right, brothers? We won't allow that, right? That's how that go. This is the honor of the king that's online. He called the queen. What happened here? What happened?
For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes. So basically she despised him. But think about how she despised him. This is a 6-month-long celebration. Everyone who is everyone is here. I am, and they all come, because I am the ruler over 127 provinces. He puts on a big to-do. And everyone comes in their best garb. They have the best thing. No one person has one golden cup alike filled with wine. This is huge. And she refused to come. So that's what they're saying. So verse 17, for this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that because she's looked up to, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes. When it shall be reported, the king of Xerxes commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not.
She still said, I'm not coming. Proverbs, read verse 18.
Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Now this is the talk what's going on at the party. You know, look, the king's reputation is at stake.
Right.
This is amongst royalty in Persia. All right. Esther ain't got nothing to do with this right now. Our people that had nothing to do with this. This was their business. But the Most High, He stuck us in it. Keep reading.
Verse 19, if it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that